I was wiggling around this little shaft here, and I noticed that it was a little bit blocking. It wasn't really smooth from left to right, or from to the back to the front. So I smoothened this one. This one I haven't done it yet. This one on the other side is now, you almost can have a look into it like a mirror. This one you still see a little bit scuffs here. Sandpaper, this is a grit, waterproof grit 2000, and you don't really need a lot to do this. So what you need to do is just to wet it a little bit. Not so much, because you don't need really that much. You put 1 drop of soap. This is just, not sure if you guys know it, you usually do dishes with it. So, what we're gonna do now, obviously I need to have 2 hands, but I was going to show it with 1 hand. And if you have 2 hands, you pull this one down and up, down and up, and then you will see that it has a very smooth surface at some point. So you when going to the other direction, into the ship direction, so to speak, all of a sudden you hear less sound, and that's when you know all the other scuffs into the other direction are gone. It would have a very nice surface again. Okay, guys, look at this, look at this. You see, still a little bit of scuffs, but it's fine. This is just good. You don't feel it anymore, so that's fine. Just look, I almost don't touch it, and I can just pull in. That's very nice. Okay, so we're not there yet. You see here the little scuffs here in the aluminum. That's what this side I already have done a bit. This side is a bit worse. So the thing here is, what you can do, add a little bit of water here. Okay, so the point here is a bit of soap gives a little bit more less friction. This is aluminum, so don't do too much. We only want to have a little bit of these scuffs gone, the edges. Just take your little pinky and just do this. Don't push too much force on it. Just do it like this. And you already see, I'm just doing a little bit a different thing. Don't use the shaft, because it will widen the hole a bit on the edges. That's not what we want. I'm just going to hold it a bit. Yeah. Okay, so now that's enough. This is also the 2000 grit, because we don't want to make more of the aluminum go away. Okay, so now this is a bit wet now. This is a good sign. Okay, put it in. Oh my, this is so much better. What we want to do this evening is to remove the silent block from this one. When I was at home, I hadn't the right tools, but I already polished these up, so there are no scratches anymore, and it's pretty cleaned up. This one too, you still see a little bit here, but this one really has cleaned up a lot. So how you want to remove this one? Obviously you need to push it out. You don't need to have a press. You can put it in this one. Let's show the English word again. My technical English is not very good, or at least my dictionary is not that big. As well as for these, you guys know these are from a rattle. Put it on. You have certain sizes. This is size 17. You want to have one that the bushing goes in here. You can check that one with your new one. Where do I have it? I think I have it in my pocket. Yes. So here's a new one. Very neat. You might see it goes in here, and if you put it in here and you put a smaller one on the other side, you can push it out. Obviously this one fits almost exactly on this one, on the silent block on the side, and then you can push it out. Make sure that it's not too big, because else it will get stuck in your little shaft here. We'll put it in this tool, and I will show you how we put it out, how we push it out. Okay, some seconds, guys. We put it in this, I call it a squeezer. I think it's a very nice name for it if you don't know how it's called in English. Okay, it's now in the squeezer. Let's call this the bigger tool and this the smaller tool. So the idea is to have the smaller tool on this side, which is a bit smaller, or less wide than the bushing itself, the silent block that's in here. And ideally, or you should make sure of it, that the silent block can just fit in here. We just did that. So we just squeeze this one, and the smaller tool pushes the bushing out, or the silent block out, into the bigger tool. So let's have a look if we can manage. I thought I felt it a bit. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, here it goes. You see it a bit. Oh man, this is tight. Here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. Here it goes. With one hand. Here it goes. Now we need to make sure that it doesn't drop out, because then else my okay, here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. So the silent block is somewhere in here now. Okay, it doesn't go any further. If you feel resistance, don't go any further. It might be the silent block might be in the end of the this bigger tool here. So we take it out first, and see what we have. And here it is. Here it is. Here it is. See, it's just a little bit still. You still can. You see, it just fits. It's a bit smaller. This one is more deep on the inside, so actually, see, like this. If I put it in, it all vanishes almost in here. So let's try to get this in the squeezer to push it out and see what we have. Now back at the squeezer, the squeeze tool. So holding with one arm on a shaft, and there it goes, there it goes. Yep, here it goes. Plop, you hear it. So the silent block is in the bigger tool, and it's out of my shaft, a smaller shaft here. Right, that's it. You see the cracks here. Yeah, needed to be replaced. You see, it's not that big. It's really it could be your one of your fingertips. You see, it's not a lot of money, but again, you need to do an awful lot of work just to get it out and to put it in again. The good thing is I don't have to touch it again anymore for the next 25 years. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys see this. You have two sides. This has a sharp edge and this has a little bit of a rounding. So obviously this side you put in first, and this is for more or less centrating it to be in here exactly where you can see that it fits, has a perfect fit and cannot go only one way in. If we do it like this, you see it already, it wiggles. You don't want that. We're back at the squeezer tool. We're going to squeeze it in, to push it in. You see, it's not really lined up very nice, but I think I'll go for it. Make sure that this is really in a 90 degrees angle on it, and it really perfectly fits. I needed to find a flat surface on this plate because it's all beat up here. Let's see what we can do. You don't have to put grease or oil in it, preferably not, because we want to have it in as dry as possible. There it goes. Goes very easy. Sorry about the wiggling. There it goes. There's still a lot of force you need to be doing to push it in. Again, don't use a hammer because you beat up your silent block. Oh man, this is a tough one to put in. And it goes. Okay guys, I'm going to put you down for a while. You see it's halfway in, even more, but I need to use two hands because it's a lot of force you need to put on to put it in. As you can see, it's almost in, and as you also can see, is you cannot push it any further, so you need to put a ring here, and then we push it with the same smaller tool inside, and Well, that's the job done. So let's push it, and here it goes. There it goes. I'm not hoping that I'm going to. I hope that I don't lift the table with stuff. Guys, I need to put you down because you need to put a lot of force on this one. So, as you can see, the silent block is now very nicely centered. So it can go back into its casing, and I polish this and also the inside where it falls in, and yeah, I'm satisfied about this. You don't feel any hiccups here, it just goes very smoothly, and this is what we want. One tip: don't grease it. Grease it when it's back in the car, because when you grease it now, you put it back, sand that is on your hand or maybe even on your console, it will drop in here. So just grease it the last minute and don't forget it. I will remind you guys. But anyway, we're going to re-grease it just to see how smooth it is, because I can't wait to show you guys. It sticks a bit. I'm not going to put that much here, and a bit here, and let's see. Now I couldn't do this before polishing. I'm very happy. I'm a happy man. Anyway, enough about this one. You could always. I don't want to say that I want to have a. Nah, never mind. I'm not going to tell you what's on my mind. Okay, so here we have the casing. I repainted it, resprayed it, and it's a very nice black again. Obviously, this can go only one way in. It goes in like this, and you can grease. This is great stuff. I can grease it while it's in, because this is penetrating. It's especially for bearings. I think it's really very, very fantastic stuff. Vacom Pro for life. Yeah, I think it's really good stuff. I just sprayed here, and underneath it I put back in the bushing here as well, and I before putting it in I spray the sides here, and when it's in I'm going to spray it again in here. I'm just going to take this a little bit out, graze it like this so that it's really has some room to penetrate deeply, and the rest, like this stuff here, I will do it when I'm back in the car, because I don't want to do it now, because also a lot of stuff comes in. Okay, I'll show you when it's re-greased. Okay, so the next stage is a bit tricky. I've re-greased it. I'll take away the grease that is too much from this point of view. Here on top, remember the spring and a little bushing. Now you cannot put it back in with by hand. So obviously I'm alone at the moment, and I need to push it back in. I don't have really the right tools for it, so I just took this smaller tool, number 7, and put it in the squeeze tool, and my C-ring is around it. Else I cannot put my C-ring back anymore, and I need to put it in here again. So the idea is to push this back in up to a moment. You can see it goes in, and you see the little edge where I can put back the C-ring. Push it a little bit more, and I'll just leave it. Let's show it. Yeah, here it is. So, and now I can put with my pliers back the little C-ring. Okay, so here we have our special pliers to put back the C-ring. I just need to squeeze it, and hopefully, now the point is I cannot really make the movement. So I can put this in here and push it with a screwdriver the other side back in, and then it should be okay. Yeah, I need to let you go, guys. Again, I just wanted to see, I just wanted to show you how you can do this. It's pretty easy, but you need to have the right tools for it. Okay, I'm going to do the screwdriver, and you will see the result. Okay, so now it's in. You when you put it in, you need to hear a click. So you just heard it, and this one too, and you just go around it. I think it's in. Ideally, you want to have a check if you can just move it like this. Here it goes. Yep. And so you can make sure, and the way back. Yep, it's fastened. So this is how you put in C-rings. It's done. So yeah, I'm curious how this will shift. We're done for today. Guys, have a nice evening. Cheerio.